Investigation into NC election fraud focused on unreturned absentee ballots. Washington, the investigation into alleged election fraud involving absentee ballots in North Carolina is now focusing on unreturned absentee ballots, according to a source familiar with the investigation. The NC State Board of Elections has been investigating in at least 2 counties in the 9th congressional district race between Republican Mark Harris and Democrat Dan McCready. The board announced Friday that it will conduct a public evidentiary hearing into the alleged irregularities on January 11, pushing back any resolution of the race until after the new congressional term begins. The board had said it intended to have the hearing before December 21. The investigation has centered on the activity of, who has worked for Republican and Democratic campaigns. He was paid by the Red Dome Group, which was contracted by Harris, for get-out-the-vote efforts in the 9th District. Harris is the unofficial winner for the election by a narrow 905 votes, and he won 60% of the absentee ballot vote in Bladen County despite only 19% of absentee ballot voters identifying as Republican. The focus on unreturned ballots suggests investigators may be more concerned that Dallas and his associates may have discarded ballots they collected, rather than they may have altered them. It is illegal for unauthorized people to collect absentee ballots in North Carolina, and it is also illegal to alter a voter's ballot. Was signed by Kenneth Simmons, who said that he saw Dallas with a large number of absentee ballots. Simmons said Dallas told him that he had 800 ballots on his person and that he wouldn't turn them in until the last day so the other side doesn't know how many votes they need. The State Board of Election released a document last week that shows that Bladen County of early voting the Saturday before Election Day, which is also illegal. The board, according to the source, said that it has information that indicates that unauthorized persons could have illegally requested and received actual absentee ballots in voters' names by submitting forms containing the voter's personal identification information. In order to request an absentee ballot, a voter must submit personal information, including a driver's license number or a social security number. Dallas turned in 590 absentee ballot applications, according to documents released by the Board of Elections. The North Carolina legislature also passed legislation that would call for a new primary election if the Board of Elections calls for a new general election. But Governor Roy Cooper has not yet signed the bill into law. Rich Gardella is an investigative producer, off-air reporter and digital journalist with NBC News, based in Washington, D.C. He joined NBC News in 1991. Leanne Caldwell is a political reporter for NBC News who covers Capitol Hill and elections.